Now he's ready. The king of the jungle is dead. Long live the king. Shendo took us through the ancient city of Providence. He wanted power that she promised him. Left his men in the central plaza for protection. Took me, the shaman, and ascended the path of Providence. They left me behind to gain entrance to the spire. They didn't need me. She didn't resist him at all. When they came to enter the spire, they simply blew the door away like it was nothing. That was when Canera came to save me. They made it back alive, thank Exosa, and one by one they killed Shendo's mangy animals. Canera left me, went on ahead to obtain the power herself. Shendo and that traitor must have stopped her, though. When the prefect and Ostrich and I caught up, miles above the jungle from the top of the spire, they were still fighting over it. An onyx black obelisk several meters in its height. Shendo and his elk and his scarab, they fought Canera. But I killed him. He doesn't control the jungle. I control the jungle.
Uh-oh.
How could he be the strongest if I could kill him? Brock. Oop. Alright. I don't know why I keep dragging us back to the main stupid claw of Exosa screen.
It's classic at this point. You're gonna miss it when it's gone.
I won't. It's the weird thing.
Season 1 intro was pretty bad. Season 2 really stepped it up.
Flaws of Exosa.
Yeah.
Pause of Exosa.
You gotta build on the L.
Yeah, there's an L in there.
Yeah, but you make the L the P.
Guys, Shendo's dead.
Who did it?
And you
Let's find out.
Who killed Shendo? You stand before a now inert black obelisk. The wind still howling in the spaces between you. Kaison's back is up against the obelisk. It obviously now not doing anything anymore, given that he is just chilling out, full contact against it, sweat beating his brow. There's a miniature forest grown next to him, and the extent of it that knocked Shendo into the abyss below still hangs there, although drooping now.
I'm gonna immediately turn my back to the spire and furtively rush over to this edge here and just
You
stare.
fall.
Oh fuck!
He runs
My
off.
8 on athletics.
Oh no, he upgraded
God.
athletics all the way.
He's faster. This is terrible.
Moats
Get Moats
jumps
now.
down the spire.
Boy. I guess Canara will step away from the spire briefly, can maybe flexing her fingers and kind of feeling out the strength that have sort of been imbued into them. And then she'll look at Kason.
You do the scene of everybody who ever enters VR, and you look at your hands and turn them over and go, the power.
Link after he pulls out the Master Sword.
That's what I
Yeah.
did in VR. First time I put it on, I looked at my hands.
Did you do it as a joke, or did you genuinely look at your hands like, oh, the power?
I was doing a lot of jokes with my hands.
I bet.
It was fun. I was just throwing guns because they respawn instantly. I was just throwing them constantly.
Sounds like you guys have played cooler games in VR than I did on my sample.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Your game sucked.
Fuck! I'm gonna try to get over it. Alright, guys, what are you doing? Moats, what are you going to the edge for?
He's just staring out at it right now.
Alright.
Jump.
Do it.
I was gonna do a
I
joke where I had
compel
you
Moats to jump.
roll notice, but you can't see shit because you're blind. But
Can I
it's
take
too
a
much-
fly stat?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Can I just
Can you get wings?
spec points into fly and force myself to grow wings?
If you play up the angel imagery, it'd be pretty on brand.
Yeah, what he said.
All right.
You're
well,
asking
everyone's
about Keisan,
standing
though,
there
right?
in awe of the power. The elk politely is just standing. I think it actually sits, like folds in on its legs, and has a seat next to the shrubbery.
No. Okay.
It's drinking out of its water bowl as noisily as possible.
I'm parched. Well, then I gotta get a drink of this tea
Oh, this dog bowl.
in this dog bowl. Kinner will say, oh, go ahead, Sean.
What? Oh, no, you go ahead.
No, you. Kinner will say, we don't have a lot of time to waste.
Keisan will look up and say, "Why? We just killed Shendo. We don't have a moment to rest now?"
You will come to understand that there is not often moments to rest. But she'll kind of cut herself off and she'll say, you are young and you do deserve a beat. Say,
A beat,
you
a
will
beat.
not
Beating.
a beating.
You do deserve a beat.
Everybody in the group starts walking up, punching hands in a fist.
Arya's gonna.
We're all more powerful
A
now.
baseball bat. Kinner will say, and you are not coming with us.
He looks up and says, "Where?"
To the rest of the spies.
He doesn't do the thing where a kid is immediately defiant and argumentative. He just kind of looks down and processes it, almost as if realizing that.
Say,
Thinking of getting into
Nobody admit to it.
drugs.
Nobody admit to the drugs thing. He's a narc.
No,
It's
no,
legal
no.
now. It's
Narc officer.
legal
Whoa.
now. We can
Admit
talk
to it.
about
Admit to it. Admit to it. It's fine. Let me just adjust my shirt here. Okay. If drugs, anybody.
I don't know why he's doing that with his shirt, but it's got to be a cop trick. It's a cop. Don't trust him.
No, not
He's
wearing.
got a cop
not
shirt
wearing
under
wire.
there.
Oh my!
It's just
Hey, I see his
cop
cop
on
shirt.
it.
Dude, if you ask him if he's a cop, he has to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, wait. Dave,
Yeah.
are you a cop?
Yeah.
Get him! Get him!
You're under arrest. Wait, what?
Citizen arrest.
We're cops too!
Reverse arrest.
Never asked us if we were cops.
Which is illegal. Canary, did you figure it out?
Yes, she'll turn her head back to Moats and she'll say, Prefect.
Just kind of staring off for a second, but after a moment, he'll turn around. Yes.
We're going to need a place to deposit the child.
Yes.
And though obviously I would suggest leaving him within the Archbishop's care, I doubt that is within your...
Jurisdiction?
jurisdiction.
Can I roll lore to see where realistically we could drop this kid off?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Plus
Uh
5.
oh. It's his +5.
This brain blast!
Look out! It's his +5. Yeah. Wouldn't have been a hard lore roll because smack dab
Brave.
in Tunan's lap. You're looking at a potential new tribune, especially when you've been grooming. He better go right to fucking court.
He'll follow up and say, we're already going to have to find Edra, and that meant heading west. We'll deliver him to Tunon directly, or he'll be given the chance to prove himself.
Keisan looks up and around and says, "The adjudicator."
Yes. And
You
this
really
is-
intend to return to Judicature, Prefect?
Declan, do I need another roll to see how much of a risk that would be, given that there are 2 Inquisitors on our team?
I'd say that's a judgment call.
There was Bonfrey. Where did Bonfrey say she was saying are going to be at?
Does anyone remember what I told you her system of communicate with you would be? Because we're in fantasy world where no one has cell phones and everything's a pain to coordinate.
It was like some type of device that we could trigger it, then the prefect of travel or the one that delivered the message would be able to deliver the message to Bonfrey.
I'm gonna say you haven't received anything yet. She'd be in the wind. You'd only know her last known location, and after all these days, she should have moved well out by now.
Yeah, who knows?
Ostrich, looking up from his kneeling position from which he's still bleeding, will speak up and say, "My Lady Elizabeth has a quite impenetrable place we could hide this boy."
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about nobody.
All right, hold on. Didn't have my sheet open, so that's on me.
Everybody
Wow, that was
turns
so
to
bad.
Ostrich and is just woman doing math meme.
I mean, it looks like it.
Kanera, unable to really read Ostrich's intent, says,
Well, we don't know. Why
Okay.
assume? Why be Declan pretending he doesn't have to roll for NPC defenses? Ostrich has to.
You're right. Someone can not beat a 0. That's fair.
Yeah.
What was mine again for that? Is it will?
To
Or was
deceive.
it- Oh, deceive. I see.
Yeah,
It's a weird
So, yeah.
one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have deceive, so you probably get it.
Roll that.
Come on.
Oh!
Still Sean.
Still Sean.
All right. Kanera, not able to perceive Ostrich's intent, will say, I mean this with the finest respect to you and your capabilities, but I do not particularly trust having the child left within the care of the South.
Your assumptions are warranted in some cases, but I'm afraid you aren't aware of my Lady Elizabeth. We are a bit different, cut from a different cloth, you might say.
Where is it? Where would we store him if we were to proceed with this?
Specific spot is...
I'm gonna take you to the world map.
Yeah.
Are you looking for the information, Sean?
Yeah, I
Information.
forgot. What was the name for...
Tench's Quagmire. And I can point it out for you now. I don't know if you want to freshen up yourself, but I can point to it on this map.
Yes. Please do.
It's here. The ass end of the South.
Right.
This little vestigial organ hanging off of the big shoe.
Did we give her a state name?
I don't think a particular one other than she is of the Crookshire family, so probably the Crookshire's estate.
Yeah. He would just speak up and say, the Quagmire, further down the Sanguine Gulf.
Kanera frowns.
It's a long way to carry him.
If I may, I am positive that the Archbishop would do this favor for us. Say, he could stay within the, gosh, is there like a central place that all the saints and or forgiven hang out?
I guess you'd say the Grand Cathedral. It's weird because the Grand Cathedral's like the name of the territory, kind of named for the big tower at the center. But yeah, the cathedral itself, for which the region is named.
Okay. Just say, I am certain he has a place within the cathedral until we are finished with our travels.
I'm going to ask you the same question I asked the prefect. Why do you think that you're safe there?
Just say, the Archbishop,
Protects.
Damn.
just say, is more powerful than you, myself, or anyone combined. Say, If they are sincerely after us, she could still keep the boy safe.
They may not even know the boy is here. We could just as easily send him into Judicature, unaccompanied yet, but he's proven himself capable, and I'm sure he could find his way. Bringing him north, bringing him south, we still do not know where Edra Byrne is, and we have to follow this up now. We put this off for 2.
And whose fault is that, Prefect?
You seemed just as eager as I did.
To get to the top of the spire, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It was not my idea to take so many ridiculous detours.
You want to get to the trench, don't you? What wouldn't you go through? What wouldn't you do for that? A few distractions, yes. And now you have that power. If you aim to leave us now, then leave. But we were tasked to follow Edra. We have 2 Inquisitors behind us. That is the only thing that would stand between them, us seeing to our goal. If even that.
Perhaps I can offer a different option.
Everyone picks up Ostrich
Yeah.
and throws him. Don't get in the way, Ostrich!
Moses is gonna throw his hands out. Everyone listen to Ostrich! He's speaking!
I liked your plan, Ostrich, by the way. I just wanted to
I thought it was a
plan.
really good plan.
That was a
so.
good plan, Ostrich. Yeah, turn my head.
Since our shaman friend was the one who seemed so keen in bringing this boy along, maybe we should let her decide what to do with him.
And trust her.
Well, if he becomes a weapon of some sort, it's not like our people don't have any skill in dealing with him.
He's proven himself loyal to us. If anything, I'd like to ask him about her. About what she's been up to. I'm gonna start moving towards the boy over here.
The elk.
I
How do
like
you
Ostrich's
know?
plan, says Arya as Moses is walking over.
Say yes, I'm positive you would like that idea.
When attention finally turns to him, Kason is standing like full height, shoulders squared, a series of vines wrapped around his damaged leg, forming as a sort of cast that holds him aloft. And his head is like inclined, looking quite severely at all of you.
You've traveled with her. And I'm sure she would say that there was a perfectly reasonable excuse for what she did. But what do you think, Kason?
Of what?
Of her conduct.
He looks at Arya and he says, I am inches from strangling this one myself. I should do to
Inches?
her as I did Shendo.
Well, what she knows is valuable. Otherwise, I would allow you to. She's earned as much. Does Arya do anything?
Actually, yeah. That's about right.
Man,
Yeah.
empathy rolls.
Atta girl.
Against who?
Yeah, who's that against?
Oh, I know that Kason's serious against you.
Me?
No, Motes.
Okay.
You don't know. Motz's attention is not on you.
He might be for real, for real. She's just watching.
Okay. He'll stand up and say, she's done enough for today. Arya, submit yourself.
She will walk on over.
Did you get close?
Yes.
Okay, he's looking at you and he says, I would prefer, and then he just barely notices in the second that he can that his cane is gone completely, and a giant, brilliant blue flame just comes up at you
Oh.
from the left.
Oop, what's the fight?
Something you got to contest.
Cuts its way.
Roll your defense.
Oh,
He's gonna try to slap you. Yeah.
Very nice. As it cuts high, maybe, and a brilliant blue serpent flame just kind of rides above and comes circling back.
Jesus, Moats.
Eyes focused on you. And Moat stacks back, not quite sure.
It almost seems like you make contact for a second, but there's no feedback.
You feel the heat against you that much, I'm pretty sure, even with a 4.
Yeah. But she will kind of slide to the side as you do that, and she'll say, "It's very different than your daily affirmations."
He seems caught off guard, but he comes back up to you and says, I think we're way past that.
So you intend to fight me physically here atop the spire?
All 4 of us. Alright. You declare... you fight me now. That's the end of it. You can be replaced. I will find someone.
Kaysan will cut in and say, "This is ridiculous. Canara, none of these people have any control over themselves. I won't be party to it anymore. I'm going back down."
She'll say, "Then let me accompany you." She'll say, "We will be waiting for you all by the entrance." Yeah, that's all she'll say.
Kaysan, wait.
He does not.
Hey!
Zach?
Ooh!
Oh, shit. He'll pause.
Does he not?
Oop, I disappeared behind the beetle.
Alright, we'll say, the only one who's making a lick of sense in the wake of all of this is Ostrich. And no, not just because he suggested an idea that may benefit me. Canara, yes, we're going to the next spire as soon as we can. Kaysan, you are not a jungle god or whatever this is that's going on with you. And Moats, you have to understand that the rest of the world doesn't see allegiance between you and I, and we can use that to our benefit.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that you are traveling with an illegal mage, Prefect. And maybe you haven't come to understand what that means, but this is going to continue to happen. Just like it did in the Bridge Town, and just like it did in the jungle. Arya says, filling in the real
In
names, because
the Bridge Town.
like Clancer, I can't fucking remember any actual words.
You're asking me to trust you. That's what it is.
Yes! We had a whole conversation about it less than a day ago.
And then you ran off with him. You wouldn't have come back for us. I know that. I don't need him to prove it. And he has the snake just kind of at his feet at this moment. I'll drag him on.
Ask me, Moats.
Jeez.
Canara, you look down and notice that since the jungle god comment, Kaysan has been staring with increasing knit in his brow toward Arya, and you can just see his fingers flexing.
Kara will kind of put a hand out. It's obstructing his view in that way that, like, when someone's focusing on something, like something else kind of breaks their contact, and she'll say, "Head down to the bottom of the spire. I will find you there."
Sociopathically quickly, he'll snap out of it and look up to you and step onto the dais and vanish.
Okay, we all agree we gotta kill that kid now,
He
right?
will be pulverized at a molecular level and never seen again.
The light is
Thank
taking me to
goodness.
pieces.
He warps up 200 feet and drops.
He just continues to ascend until he disappears into the sun.
Yeah. I will square up with Arya, eyes pitched, and he will say, "Did you intend to come back for us?"
No. I intended for you to catch up to me.
Okay.
Aha, this appears to be the truth.
That isn't trust, Arya.
I trusted that you would fight your way through whatever obstacle was laid before you, that Shendo would thin his offenses, and at some point, Ostrich and Canera would take him to pieces, and I told him so.
Then why didn't you tell us? We had a plan. There were steps. We could have taken him on one, was it four? Four of us? Or five? 5-1. But no, we fought 10 scarabs getting up here alone, not to mention his beast. It's very, very convenient.
Speaking of beasts, there's a shot of Moat saying this, and as he speaks, Ishtar walks very casually for the portal and like tests it with their hoof before stepping on more fully and making a slightly surprised noise as they vanish.
Only the top half, though. The bottom half.
It cuts off, and then, you know, due to weight, the bottom half bows forth, also vanishes.
I could hear it from up here.
There wasn't time, nor did we have the organization to make something like that happen. And if you remember right, I was riding a beast that he controlled. What do? Jump off, maybe on the other side of that blockade, and immediately have to face down his entire platoon?
You work with us. You say you had faith in our abilities. We would have taken him sooner. But we fought our way up here without your help. And then we find you but feet away from touching it. It is all very convenient.
You touched it first.
Here, I'll say, because I stopped you. Say,
She'll snap her head over to Canera,
and that's
she'll
not
say,
too... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
How did you get up here, Canera? Do you have the ability to open magic portals?
Say, no, I actually had to jump one of your magic pillar walls.
Ostrich, since I can see you wiggling, what do you do as they have the community study group fight for the 5th time?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just collecting his sword and fucking shit and heading towards the portal.
Ostrich's packing up his sleeping bag and going home.
Call my mom.
Canera was almost at the portal, which she'll step aside if Ostrich heads for it.
Yeah. What do I do with this? Spit on it?
It just goes.
You just spit.
All right.
Let me ask you something, Prefect. Did you happen to come across any destroyed bridges?
Yes.
Yes. One, if I'm not mistaken. The one bridge that I used to try to sink Shendo into the jungle. I gotta fucking turn Discord notifications off. Is that the chat is killing me? I don't know. Fucking mute this for a second. Hold on, because I'm just gonna keep getting distracted. Okay, sorry. The bridge that I destroyed to sink Shendo into the jungle. I could have done that to every single ledge. I could have left behind magical rain or flames. I could have made that so much harder for you, and I didn't. I stalled as much as I could to give you the time to catch up while explaining to Shendo that when you did, you would kill him, and he didn't believe me.
Can I do a general lore for all that? That was a lot to digest. I was going to ask for individual ones, but how do you want to do this?
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that you were doing it. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Do you want me to roll another one, Declan?
No, I mean, well, that
Okay.
seems like
Yeah, so
the
6.
same thing.
And I'm going to boost it 1 since I have a 3 fate point, so let's make that an 8. Because there was just a lot in there, so if you want to parse it out a bit, if there were like parts of it that were not completely true.
Sure. At this point, see, I don't know entirely, because there is a little detail that she didn't allude to, but everything that she said was true.
Okay, that's fine then. That's not
Okay.
a blatant lie. That doesn't trigger.
Well, it's one of those things where obviously you guys heard the part where, like, had he survived, there was a plan there, but that didn't come into play.
Well, yeah, well, that's. I'm going to follow up and say, were you going to play both sides? I know you wouldn't just risk it all on us. You had plans with him, didn't you?
Yes.
Good. All right. I don't even use the snake on that. Just kind of accept it as it is.
Yes, Moats. If he had killed all of you, then I would have had no choice but to side with him. Like I have no choice but to side with you. And maybe I'm making a mistake, but I see good in you, and I'm pursuing that. And I thought, up until today, that maybe you saw the same in me.
Just kind of looks away, frustrated, his eyes.
Yeah.
She's gonna grab his hand.
Oh.
I feel like I feel like Kinera already left.
She's gone.
Yeah.
You have to understand how this works. Oh, go ahead and say what you were
No,
going to say.
go ahead. The snake is like extremely close to you at this point.
The snake blushes.
Yeah. The snake anime blushes. You have to understand how this works, Prefect. It wasn't long ago I was up on that platform and you are going to have the saint take my head from my shoulders. I am cooperating with you, just as I tell you every single day, supporting your goal, supporting your agenda, supporting your empire. It doesn't change the fact that if you were eaten by wolves, I would have to figure out something else to stay alive.
What do you want? If I know what you want, I can trust you. I can at least understand you.
I want to live, Prefect.
You have to want more than that. You wouldn't do all this if you just wanted to live. What do you want?
I want to be strong, and I want to know more.
That I can understand. I'm going to get rid of my muse. This
Puts it
isn't
back in his Pokeball.
yeah, return Inquisitus. And he will look at you firmly and say, I thought this would be the one. But it isn't. So we'll keep looking. And we will try to get a handle on that boy. And then I'll, if I'm gonna start heading down.
So, ahead of that, speaking on the boy, Canera, when you flash in, or I guess I'll check in with Ostrich first because he hit
What's
that
that
door.
bitch do?
Ostrich, when you walk in, the elk is like circling around to Kason, who's just sort of standing there and catching his breath a bit. The sweat beads now dripping down his forehead, but he looks up at the thing and says, "What do you want?" The elk, oddly enough, does not answer him and stands there, just sort of shaking the tension out of its neck, but stands, as many non-expressive animals do, there.
Did this thing follow us down?
Yeah, kinda.
Ostrich will sort of walk over, meander. He'll fucking lean against the walls, sort of looking both towards the portal and over towards the fucking elk. And he'll just say, "Looks like he might take a liking to you, kid."
He'll look from Ostrich up to Ishtar and say, he was a... God damn it. I'm trying to think of, like, the word for, like, I don't know, animal slave.
Thrall.
Thrall. Yeah.
Thrall.
It's a little draconic.
A little advanced. A pet.
That's a
Subservient.
little immature. Anyway, he'll say, he was a servant of strength under Shendo. Perhaps he recognizes it in me. Is that it, beast? And he'll say, looking up to it, his chin firmly squared, complete 180 from his usual self. Ishtar does not answer him.
Speak to me!
Slap it on the side of the jaw.
Yeah, I don't
All right.
think he says anything to that.
Canera enters. Interior. Canera enters.
She zoops in, and she'll sort of cross the room, also giving glances to the elk. And she'll say, what is that thing still doing standing in here? So yeah, I would have thought it would want to return to its natural habitat.
Kaysan says, its habitat is the jungle. And I am the jungle. You recognize it, don't you? And he'll look, like, really square up to the thing and, like, try to look it hard in the eye. It's well taller than him, but will kind of bow its head in the way deers do as a sort of idle gesture.
Kanara's gonna watch this with a little bit of skepticism in her eyes, and she's gonna say, my child, let's have a talk. I'll say, come with me. She's gonna head toward the front. And she'll say, bring your companion if you wish.
He doesn't really ask, but he follows after you, walking pretty upright. This caste he's formed for himself is serving, and Ishtar just automatically follows. You walk through a puddle, as there used to be a giant ice block here.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it. Canara. I stomp heavy, go splish, splash, splish.
What was out here?
The broken statue.
Alright, this is most of the people I need.
2 out of 3.
Yeah. He comes up behind you and steps into the light, and you can hear the clip-clopping of Ishtar behind you.
Canara will look down at him and she'll say, what is it you want? And tell me.
He's not sure. He stands there and looks around and realizes he doesn't quite have a cocky answer to give.
She'll say, you are strong. But even in my older age, she'll say, when I was at least twice your own, say, I was aware that I was not the strongest being out there. Say, even now, I am not the strongest being out there. She'll say, and though it may pain me, we have to understand our humble beginnings. She'll say, you cannot allow yourself to get ahead of yourself. Say, you believe in your own power, but we understand that we have places to grow. Am I making sense so far?
He can only offer a silent nod, although he's not quite looking directly at you.
She'll, in a kind of way where her words are a little bit crossed in her message, she's going to knit her brow and kind of kneel down to his height, and she'll say, I want you to understand that my upbringing was difficult. And that I am not entirely sure how to advise someone like yourself. My upbringing was cruel, and it is not what I want for you.
He'll look up and say, your mother, she was the strong one?
Canara will sort of make a noise and she'll say, she is not my mother, but my mentor, yes.
He'll say, oh, and look aside and say, you think she's stronger than you. I saw it.
Say, I don't know. Not anymore. She vanished several years ago.
He gives you a particular look from the side of his eye, as if questioning something implicitly, but doesn't voice it.
All right, Canara, let's.
Okay. When you say you don't know, in reference to Agorna, he, like, the look in his eyes is like, really?
Say, she did not tell me where she was going. It came as a surprise to everyone, and an upset to myself. Say, there was a lot of good in her teachings as I was growing up. Say, I would not give back the wisdom that I have taken. But there was also a lot of pain. I do not entirely know if I can be better than that. I am coming to understand.
Then the path to being as strong as you is pain.
Say, wow.
She leans back.
Yikes.
Whoa, kid.
Yeah.
Yikes, kid. Who?
Who raised you? God.
They should have hit you more.
She'll say, physical, perhaps. But what drove me was a feeling like I could never be good enough. Say, and I want you to know that no matter where you go or what happens after this moment, once I have completed what I have set out to do, I will come back for you. That is a promise.
He muses quietly on this and then looks up, chin up in determination, and says, I want to go to the adjudicator.
She'll say, then you will. She stands and she'll say, will it let us ride? Well, wow. Will it let you ride it? That was a tongue twister.
Oh, nice.
She points over to the deer. Elk.
He'll walk over and say, well, is that the purpose you decided on for yourself? And Ishtar will kind of look away, but he'll grab the saddle and start climbing aboard too. No protestation from this legendary elk.
She'll call over and she'll say, it was all that is ever known. She'll say, you are giving it purpose again.
No.
And then Ostrich walks in and chops its head off in one clean
We
swoop.
need a ride. She'll say,
I need to get home.
I want you to go now before anyone else returns. Say, go to, God, what is it called?
Judicature.
Judicature. She'll say, ride to Judicature and turn yourself in. That sounds
And present yourself to
I haven't
Tunon.
done
We
anything.
care about you.
She'll say,
Turn yourself in.
turn yourself in. She'll say, present yourself to Tunon and swear your allegiance to Exosa. So yeah, be without falter or doubt. Plead your case and show them your purpose. You are young. They will take you. And then she'll... Oh, go ahead.
And then what? She'll throw her... David, don't! I thought it too!
She'll pause and she'll say, and if they don't bring the walls down.
He'll nod with a severity in his eyes, and then he'll look down and not be quite sure what to do with the reins, but he'll just give them a quick thrush, and Ishtar will, with all the piece of aggro, with Wander atop his back, start meandering for the stairs downward. Yeah, and then Kason will be like, these controls are kind of fucking how often do I have to hit X? I gotta keep slapping
He kind of like
my
keeps turning in circles.
Does the camera not interface with it?
Yeah.
All these tank
Kason
controls.
is trying really hard to angle his sword at the light, and it's just fucking not. It sometimes seems like it's going one way, but he just can't for the life of him figure out where to go.
Starts to
and he
take
pulls
out his
phone out.
bow and arrow when he rides off the fucking edge. Like, God, come on!
Ostrich grabs onto a pigeon and flies away.
And with one, as he stops at the threshold and looks back at you, Ishtar also kind of looks over with that implacable deer expression. And he just gives a firm nod, and of all things says, "Thank you," and starts descending.
They grow up so fast, Canara.
They grow up so fast. Canara will nod. Actually, she won't nod. She'll just watch him go, standing in that very tall way she does. That strong tall way she does, and then she'll look at the base of the statue that was destroyed, and she'll just wait.
It's quite a... Glad I made a little illustration for this area, because it's quite a good shot of you standing in the slim beam of light that offered onto this dais.
Yeah.
Jim Beam, back in the transceptor. Not these guys. Get the fuck out of here. Arya and Moats.
All right, we
Well-
talk to Kason, we get a plan together.
Ostra, quickly! Where is Kason?
Bring me the boy.
Oh no.
Bring me a boy. Any boy. Can you find one?
Any boy will do. Aria, the door.
Tried to suppress it, but my uncle, my grandfather.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Move on with the scene.
Jesus. Fucking I'll be here.
What uncle? No, don't tell me.
Yeah, wait. That's not who Erasmus
Dave,
was.
what character is this?
Oh boy.
All right, we're in the dais.
Yeah. You guys enter, and Ostrich is standing alone in a very NPC position where he's just arms crossed against a wall. He's got he's got an ellipsis over his head.
Yeah, pretty much that, except the ellipses.
Yeah, all that with the ellipsis. He's got it over his head.
No. I'm the DM now.
Oh.
Whoa!
All right, I'll get my notes to you. Just wait.
He already has them.
Yeah, bring
Oh.
your character in.
Hey,
The tank.
I'm Lloyd Shorts Emporium. I'm
Oh,
here to go on a
no.
great quest.
I kill Lloyd.
Yeah, we need a real comic relief in this dour campaign.
Yeah.
Wow, those spires sure are tall, Moats.
Uh,
You ever get
I don't like
scared of
anything
falling
about
off?
Lloyd.
Moats looks at the camera and says, I wish I was deaf.
Oh, yikes.
Well, the creators of this didn't know what they were going for.
that girl goes blind, deaf, and dumb. Am I right?
Lloyd is you'll be blind and deaf, I'll be dumb.
Hey,
Lloyd is a
yeah.
funnier character than we've ever had. Lloyd's the
Aria
Yeah,
whisks
you
herself
can't hate
to
him,
body
though.
through her own tongue.
We can get Lloyd working.
You gotta love them.
I don't want to see Lloyd.
I ship Laria. It's happening.
No, Laria, no. I don't want Laria.
There's
I don't know what it is about Lloyd, but I'm going to fuck him.
He's He's like playing a recorder and spit's flying out of him. It's zooming on Arya in that panel. Oh, I can't not fuck him.
It's just doing something for me. I don't.
Arya just dabbing fucking sweat off her brow.
Even Bonfrey's like, I mean, he's got game.
I can't compete with that.
Okay, we gotta move. We gotta move forward.
We're gonna go.
Seeing the flames kind of recede farther this way, I'll continue following.
Yeah, I'll just stand here like it's Firelink Shrine with the music
Yeah.
playing too. Even didn't even think of that.
When I was describing your NPC position, I really didn't realize I was talking about every Dark Souls NPC ever.
All you need to do is
Have a bonfire next to you.
just
Yeah. Bonfrey Shrine.
Nice.
Anyway.
Bonfrey lit. I'm gonna follow up.
Hell yeah, she is. She knows where all those good weeds are.
Well,
Alright. You guys ascend, and Canera's just standing here like a Dark Souls NPC who's about to attack you very epically, with just her hands at her sides. Ah, so you've made it.
What's Canera doing as we climb up out of the statue hole?
She's just flexing.
She's doing some squats.
Setups.
push-ups.
Shadow boxing.
She's probably just like not facing you directly, but kind of just clearly waiting.
She was reading a magazine, but suddenly she just drops into push-up position and goes 99,
99.
100. All right, I'll
All
go
the way
stop.
over here and just like, you don't want me to turn around.
I'm gonna do a quick scan to see where the boys.
I flipped Canera, and I'm going to examine all of Mac's art errors since I've mirrored it.
Oh God, please don't.
I'm still blind.
Notes. Still blind. That is hilarious.
Hold
The
on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's pretty good, Ari. I really don't know what to give to it. For Moats, it makes sense. Moats, you see that his like feet steps are here, all of like one spot, and then they just disappear because the elk's not going to leave any.
I spin around looking for him.
Arya. God damn.
This is probably old and dusty in here. There could be hoof prints.
You're confident he's not here. There's not really a more interesting reveal of that role.
Aria will look at Canera, dude brooding like a Dave character over in the corner here.
It was a dark and stormy night.
Just say, like, kind of knowingly, where is Kason?
Well, he's right. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, bother.
Canera will say he left.
To where?
Canera will say judicature.
Good. My shoulders will fall a bit, relaxing. Sorry, I was wondering if anyone else. If not, then I'll continue.
Canera doesn't say anything right away.
Okay.
He says like a weird Michael Scott. He's just in a, oh, God. Oh. All right, I'm done.
I will continue and say, he'll get there faster and save us the trouble. Now that the Inquisitors are after us, we'll have to be more careful. But we still need to leave, and we still need to head west. And I think it best that we all discuss our plans.
If it informs your urgency, only Ostrich had that fucking trip and notified nobody, and you definitely didn't see it on him. Only Arya knows about the Volkaya. Wait, did you relate it?
She told Kane. Or
Yeah.
Moats.
Kane.
I don't know why we all call Moats Kane or just me.
Well, you know,
Just
they're
you.
the same person.
I know how to
Just
call his
fine.
character.
I don't know why we all do that, right,
What
guys?
quick exchange did that happen during? I guess I thought there was no time, and that's why I assumed.
No, before we touched the spire, Arya helped him up off the ledge, and she filled him in.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, so I mean, we could, or what you're saying that they're still a bit a ways off is what you're. Tech one.
Just so you know exactly their last known location when Arya saw them about 2 hours ago now.
Oh God, it was only 2 hours ago. That
Yeah, I
session
mean-
felt real long. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Session was longer than 2 hours. Weird how that
It was
works.
a Dragon Ball Z
Yes.
episode.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
He will sit down and say, "But we need to rest within the safety of the old wall before we close them."
Carol,
Oi.
uh, what am I looking like here?
Well, all stress should be gone.
Yeah. I'm just trying to decide now. She'll say, I need to go find my spear.
What was the segment, the Bridgetown called?
Mad Cow?
He will look over at her and say, "If you flung it from that tower, it could be in mad. Do you intend to track all that way?"
It was a gift. I'm gonna go ahead and retroactively say maybe from the Archbishop
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
or Gorna.
Okay.
Whatever the DM feels is applicable. If it's okay if it was from the Archbishop, I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
Okay. She'll say, it was a gift from the Archbishop. She'll say, for my exemplary performance, I prefer not to lose it.
And take
She'll
your
say,
time. Go ahead. I've put us
I do
through
not-
enough distractions. I say over her.
yeah, she'll say, I will look for it until you are finished resting. At which point, if I have not found it, we will simply continue forward.
Agreed. While you're searching for it, think of how you would proceed. You're heading west. I agree. I would like to hear the opinions of everyone.
Even
So
me?
get-
Lloyd Yorkshire Emporium?
Said everyone. Don't
Great.
make me include you.
Don't make me name you.
Now I'll plop down over here.
All right. Canera leaves from this platform and starts descending in Kaison's wake, the path he took, and she is enwreathed in shadow as she exits the sections of platform that are hit by the light. How do the rest of you set up? Because I'm pretty sure your camping equipment's gone. So do you just take a seat on the floor?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a bundle out of my cloak, take off the superficial layer, and make a pillow.
All right. Melts you lay back and you can kind of feel on your face which parts are getting hit by the sun.
And shift to get in the shade a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll sit on the floor.
Ostrich, you're going to have to tend to the wound in your side to get it to start. Why did you name the consequence this? I think you paid no attention to what I said it was at the time.
No, that's what it was.
It wasn't your leg. Your like your side got bashed, and you're like the flank of your armor got like opened up against that.
I said it was my leg that got opened up.
No, that's not true.
I swear to God.
Well, then God will strike
I
you
typed
down.
it right after you said it.
Well, you ignore half the things I say.
What? Later.
It's your side.
What do I ignore?
Well,
It's like a big anime chunk got taken out of your side. To start mending it, so it starts getting on the heel. Ooh.
I mean, yeah.
I guess I'd
gonna do
accept
that.
that crafts for it. It's more about your armor. If you leave that wound in there, eventually, as a courtier, it'll just sort of coagulate over.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna do a thing for that, but crafts doesn't work anyway, so sure.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can Well, you can save it for later.
It's fine. I'm good with it now.
Okay. Ostrich in the corner begins welding his suit, from which you can see maybe not copious amounts of blood anymore, but his side has been soaked in a fresher shade. Well, Arya, you can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arya looking at Ostrich tending to himself. She's going to look over Moats, and she's going to say, well, he's got the right idea. How are you holding up?
Barely. My gut's punctured. My rib. This one. Feels like it's pushing into me.
She'll kneel over Moats, who's, you said he was like flopped onto the ground, right?
Yeah.
And she's going to say, you mind if I look at it?
He will lift the, kind of linen shirt up a bit to reveal the side.
His rib is just completely sticking out.
Sticking clean out into the air.
Arya's like, ooh.
Is it bad, Shaman?
Whenever he breathes, it whistles out through the rib tube.
Oh.
No.
That's bad. The rib.
Is that bad? Hey, you can whistle.
Yeah, you've been holding out on us. She's gonna look over at Ostrich. He's pretty wrapped up in what he's doing.
Yeah, he's busy with himself.
Okay. She will start kind of moving her hands over your wound, Moats, and start working on it.
Oh, all right.
And she's gonna say, "You have to let me know if it starts to hurt. I guess more than healing would."
Moats, you have a moderate, so a 3 is not enough for it.
Sure. Would that address a mild?
Yeah, was that one not treated? Did you get both of those in
no.
the fight?
Yeah, I had a rough time last session.
Yeah, he didn't have a good time.
It would address a mild.
Okay. That's something. It's a bruised gut, so just say treated for it currently, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does he feel, Arya?
So what's your mild? It's just a bruised gut?
Yeah, just a giant patch of purple and green, probably.
Ugh.
Joker.
However big it is, with every sort of... You want to know how I got this bruise? With every wave of her hand, you feel it almost retracting into itself, sort of gentle undulations, like your flesh is being pulled around, or your guts.
My guts.
It's not super pleasant. It feels a little bit like you're being rearranged.
He tries to not show anything as you do your work.
Huh. She's like, "Wow, stalwart. This guy feels nothing."
Maybe it's not working.
This is nothing.
He's pretty tough after all.
Are you proud of? I don't like you.
You proud of me? No.
No. While you work, his eyes are pretty much just closed, but occasionally he'll just open the left one, just look down at you, and then close it quickly again.
When she's finally finished up with the appropriate amount of getting it started to heal that a 3 would get you, she'll say, "How's that?"
Better.
She'll say, "Good. I wasn't entirely sure that was going to work."
He'll just kind of sit up a bit, and it still hurts a bit, so he leans back down, just kind of grimacing past it, and says, "Oh, we survived, didn't we? It'd be inconvenient now for me to go."
She'll say, "Yeah, well, you do trust me at least."
You make it very hard to.
She'll say, yeah, but with your grasp on magic, I could be doing literally anything to you. She says, you're going to show me your wounded side. I guess that's proof that you trust more than you say you do.
He's going to look at her, just evenly dropping any pretense, and say, I need you. And I don't like that. Trusting you and needing you are different things, but I do need you.
She'll kind of hold on that for a second. And let's keep trying out this new thing here.
Moats is a woman, yeah.
You discover it Mulan style.
Damn. Yeah. Something about you, Moats.
Something wrong with you.
Yeah, I'm unable to, I guess, get more out of that than what he's saying. Arya will say, well, you're no good to me banged up like that. And she'll look over at Ostrich and she's gonna say, are we leaving the Saint to fend for herself out there?
Fuck you.
Is he?
Ostrich, well, he's probably just bending plates with his gauntleted hands and probably causing more blood. And he'll look over. How long did you say she'd be staying out?
She says, until she finds her spear in the jungle, which I feel like she may have the tenacity to look forever.
Canara, roll and investigate.
She has a day.
Ugh.
Oh,
Wow.
Alright,
That's actually
that's not
pretty good.
It's pretty good.
pretty good progress. You immediately locate the region of Providence that you were pretty sure it would have flown into based on the trajectory from miles above.
It's still falling.
She's like,
You
I
catch
don't
it.
understand. I thought it would be right here, and it just straight on through me.
It should be right.
She did say she wasn't planning on staying out there longer than until after you guys were done resting.
Yeah, which I assume is like a good 6-7 hours, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a rest, like a human
Yeah.
rest.
I'll just say, well, if you want me to go after her, then just say something.
She'll say, you're both significantly hurt. I can keep watch for her.
You mean you're going out? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh. Good, they can argue.
Oh, my best friend Arya. Finally, I can execute you in private.
Yeah, Arya
Better-
walks up as Canara is plucking the spear from the ground.
Better you than me, says Moats as he closes his eyes.
Ostrich will just turn away and continue focusing on his moving jutted plate back into place. Knock yourself out.
She'll stand at that and she'll just start walking for the staircase, ladder, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a
The entrance to Decathlon stairs always in the opposite side.
They really are. The escalator.
Yeah, you walk up and, you know, Exosa was released on the PS2, so in the HD remaster, you're not meant to see certain things. That's why Canara's just standing there T-posing. It used to be that, you know, the ratio of it would cut her off, so you wouldn't see that anymore, so she just walked off screen. So
Yeah,
when
they
you
have
see
to
this-
load her in so she can be in the cutscene, but
Yeah.
she would just walk out of frame.
Yeah.
Didn't think of it.
Anyway, if I can manage this skip, it'll save us 45 seconds, so I'm going to try to do it. All right.
Want to read some donations?
I did it!
Oh, alright.
All right. Aria leaves.